welcome to my today's video, in which I'm going to speak to you about the latest song and the music video of Blackpink, which is called Go. And I really wanted to talk about it because I think it expresses an extremely important thing about the femininity, actually, and the situation between the feminine and the masculine in today's world, in today's humanity, as it is right now. And I believe that it also expresses a very important thing which needs to be addressed by all of us as women, and that's why I decided to talk about it. And the first thing that I actually struck my attention about this music video was that it's really surreal. It's not realistic. It looks like it is a different realm, and it actually looks like it's a different realm for each of them, for each of the Blackpink members. And the more I kind of thought about it, the more I listened to the lyrics, the more I kind of dived deeper into the reality of this song and music video, the more I realized that it actually expresses a very fundamental thing about that. And this thing is actually expressed all through the work of Blackpink generally, and especially in the solo work of Jennie, I think. And that's the idea that women have power over men in the realm of energy, in the realm of the emotional, in the realm of the psychic, in the realm of the mysterious, in the realm of this. And it is expressed in different ways in this song. If I say go, you will go. It also says, there are a lot of phrases like this there, but it also says that I'm your guardian angel, I'm your kingdom come. It also says that I'm on the mission, I'm in control, I want your body, I want your soul. It also says this thing about that when Rosé says at the end that I know that you are frozen and you can decide to stop and be alone, or you can just go, which in my opinion is the initiation of this cooperation, of this contact between the feminine and the masculine. But we will get to it gradually. What I'm trying to say is that they highlight a very important thing, that while they don't say it, but that's an addition from me, that while the masculine the men have the power in the physical reality, and we can fight it, we can try to take our place in this physical world and the physical power, but it will always be easier for men to operate in the physical realm. And in the physical realm, they will have the power. But at the same time, we as women have the power in the realm of the emotional and in the realm of the spiritual and the realm of the energies, which is actually, in my opinion, more powerful, more important, because it's the underlying thing which this world is built upon. The issue with that, in my opinion, right now, is that this realm of the energy, I will be, from now on, I will be calling it the realm of energy, but I want you to understand that I mean the emotional, the psychic, and the energetic abilities of the women, the mysterious, the mystique abilities of the women. The energetic reality has been crossed out from the conversation for centuries. And I believe that it happened because the men were scared of the power that the women have over them. And, they started to call women witches and they started to burn them. And they have been doing it for many years until the women gave up on their power. And even now, we are still in this reality in which when women claim equality, more often than not, they claim equality in the realm which is inherently more natural for men, in the realm of the physical world, in the material part of the reality. Because the material part of the reality is the only part of the reality which for now is recognized. The realm of energies is very important. The realm of energies is primal. It's the background, it's the base for everything that is happening in the physical world. But it is at the same time in the shadow, because it has been put in the shadow by the man when they got scared of the power that the women have in this realm. And our task as women right now is to claim back that power. And I believe that Blackpink are actually a wonderful example of how it's done. I'm not 100% sure that they're fully doing it. Maybe they are. But they are still claiming that power in the right way. Not claiming the place in the world built by man, but claiming the power in the realm which is inherent for us women. That's why the music video, in my opinion, is so surreal, because it does not refer to the real physical world. It refers to the realm of energies, of symbolism, of meaning, of sensations and emotions. And that's actually the realm where women have the power. In my opinion, the Blackpink actually generally have this rebellious nature, in the meaning that they do not really operate in the way that the industry demands. They operate in the way that is comfortable for them. They operate in the way that is convenient for them. And it really pisses off a lot of people all the time. But I think that that's the right way, that's the right choice that they are making, because they operate in the way that is comfortable for them, that is convenient for them. And that's, in a way, also claiming back their power. The power to decide how I'm going to operate in this industry, even though this industry is built by men, in the ways, in the paths which are inherently masculine. When women claim the power back, in my opinion, it has to be done not through trying to, get the space, the share of the society in the way that it is right now. Because we could get all the quotas. We could get the quotas, like 50% quotas in all of the governments. We could get the 50% quotas in all of the companies, in all of the boards of the directors, and so on and so on. It wouldn't change anything. Because the reality as it is right now, I mean the social reality as it is right now, it crosses out the half of the actual reality, meaning the spiritual part of it. And I know it very well because I am a healer. Like, my calling, my purpose, my biggest talent is to heal people. But I cannot be a healer in this society because this society does not acknowledge that there is this realm of spirituality which is not material, which does not have material evidence, which can only be felt, which can only be experienced, but not proved, not shown. And we as women will not have our power until we claim not only the part in this like society as it is right now, but we claim that this realm of our life is back to the conversation, is back to the society generally. But it's like, okay, I'm getting into, preaching and all that shit. I don't want to get into this realm today. What I'm trying to say is that Blackpink are doing it in a very right way. They claim the power that they have, and they admit, at least in the way they present themselves, that their power is not in the physical. Their power is in the psychic. Their power is in the energy. Their power is in the emotion. That's where their power lies, and that's where our power lies as women. That's where we can thrive. That's where we can blossom. That's where we can feel the strength and feel the confidence more than anywhere else. And also, in this song, they address to men, to the masculine. Let your guard down. Allow me to be myself, because it will be beneficial for you as well. Because the fact that polarities exist, the masculine and the feminine, is not an invitation for the fight. it's not an invitation for the competition. Because when we fight with each other, when the polarities fight with each other, whatever they are actually, we are all losing. Because the polarity is not, as I have already said, the invitation for the competition or for the battle. It's an invitation for the unity. When you and I can coexist in harmony, I mean, then the masculine and the feminine can coexist in harmony. When the right and the left can coexist in harmony. When the light and the darkness can coexist in harmony. Then the material and the spiritual can coexist in harmony. Then we earn integrity. Polarities exist not for them to fight. They exist for them to synchronize and to synergize. The world in which women could be themselves and men could be themselves in harmony, in mutual respect and in cooperation. When I imagine it, I feel so happy and so sad at the same time. So happy because there is a possibility for that, but so sad because it's not here. Because we collectively decided that we want to fight. Of course, there is a long historical count. You know, the witches that have been burned that I have already mentioned, the fear that led to that, the fear that was after that, all that fear and violence. But in the Blackpink song, there is an invitation for reviewing it. It actually kind of reminds me as well as about the song of Madonna, which is called Frozen. It actually, I don't know if it's a reference when Rosé says, I know that you're frozen, baby, but it still has very similar message. Allow me to be myself. Allow me to have power over you, and I will help you live the happiest life that you could ever live. Because that's actually how the masculine and the feminine could cooperate. It's not the song just about the empowerment. It's about the correct way of empowerment. It's about tapping into the actual power that we all carry as women. In the realm, which is not that obvious, even though it has always been there. Despite the fact that, you know, that all this spiritual part has been crossed out from the society life, from the life of the governments, from the life of the communities for many, many years, for centuries, it still always existed. Everybody has stories about witches, about psychics, about healers, about all of this, because that's an inevitable part of our reality. That's an irreplaceable part of our reality. That is there, has always been there. And we women have the, we women, femininity, have the power in there. Again, when I say women or feminine, I don't mean only women. It's all a spectrum. There are a lot of deviation, there are a lot of variations of that. There are men who are good in the spiritual realm, there are women who are good in the physical realm. Actually, the idea is that we are all slowly getting universal, that the women are having their power in the spiritual and gain the power in the material, and the men have their power in the material and slowly gain their abilities in the spiritual, in the psychic. These are all possibilities to see each other, to learn from each other, to get the energy from each other, to exchange, to co-create. The most important thing, actually, to co-create. That's all a possibility when we are open to it, when we let our guards down. But we have a lot of mistrust to each other, and we have a lot of fear. And it's very natural. Because how else could it be with everything that was in the past? Anyways, I feel like right now is a very good time for women to claim our power back. And honestly, I think that Blackpink are as successful and as popular as they are, to a big extent, because they are showing how to do it. And actually, I feel like it's most beautifully shown in the work of Jenny, in the solo work of Jenny, because I remember the first time I was listening to Mantra, I love this part so much where she says, pretty girls don't do drama unless we wanna. It will be depending on the day. And it's such a beautiful thing about femininity, about girlhood, that I could be anything actually. Today I'm going to say that I'm only that. Tomorrow I'm going to be completely different, because that's the nature of femininity. Femininity is ever moving. It's ever changing. It's alive. It's changing all the time. And we lose our power, we lose our force when we try to be the same all the time, when we limit ourselves and we put ourselves into the certain frames in which our energy cannot fully move. So in my opinion, the first steps towards claiming this energy is not through saying, I have power over you, I am the coolest, I am so strong, you should obey. It's through actually first accessing yourself, your own energy, allowing it to be what it is, allowing it to flow, to move, to bring you to different places, and to observe it at the same time, slowly gaining mastery over it. And when you gain mastery in the energetic realm, it's such a beautiful feeling. I'm a yoga practitioner and a meditation practitioner, and I've been touching these topics of femininity and energies and all of these things for years, for now. And that's why I'm actually speaking about that. The way we are sometimes claiming equality is very wrong, because I don't want to have equality in the world as it is right now. But I want to be able to have the access to my power and to express my power in the society, which for now I don't have full unlimited access to. Also, I feel like Seoul City by Jenny expresses this power of a man very well, because it's not the force power, it's not the dominance power, it's this power of softness and gentleness, which is actually how it is. It's not a manipulation, it's not a pretending, it's just feeling this energy and directing it towards another person. Again, it's partially hard to explain, because it's really good to have this experience. And if there is anything that I would like to do with this video, I would like to encourage women to try and, find this energy, look at how it is, how you can direct it to other people, how you can influence other people with it, how you can influence yourself, your own state with it. It's really, it feels really good. And I really recommend you to try and get acquainted with it. And also a very important song, I think, from Jenny's latest album is Zen, because it shows the base to it. And the base to it, to all of this process, is to know yourself and to be unmovable by the external influences. Well, of course you adapt to external influences. Of course you go with them, you kind of navigate through them. But the base, the matter, the how do I even call it? The core is still the same, and it's very important, because right now we are still far not in that harmonious state of beauty and synergy. We are now in a conflict, in a lot of conflicts, and there will be a lot of conflicts all the time. And we are now all collectively losing, actually, because we stay in these conflicts. But it's okay. Because if you can sustain your own matter, if you can sustain your own core, your own power, if you can still try to find this connection with your own strength and your own energy and express it to the outer world one way or another, or to even have this balance and harmony with one person in your life, it is already a lot. It is already everything, actually. So despite the fact that we collectively are not at that place, it doesn't mean that you personally cannot be. And I'm very glad that Blackpink are raising this conversation, and I'm really glad that I had a chance to speak about it as well because of them, because they inspired me to speak about that. And I'm really, really grateful for them, for the way they are, and for what they bring into the conversation. And actually, their music video is just really cool. It's like, it looks amazing, and it's really pleasant to look at. It's like, it's this the Dali paintings kind of vibe, which I really, really love. And that's probably all I was wanting to say in this video. Thank you so much for watching. See you next time.